welcome to my channel. Here we are going to be working on this problem, and we are going to be applying the principles of tangency to solve this problem. And let's look at the dimensions that we have on this drawing. We are just to replicate what we see here, and looking at the so let's start with this circle. So the diameter of this circle is 60 millimeters. And then for this arc that we have here, so with this arc, so we have a diameter is 70 millimeters. And then for this hexagon that we have here, the distance across flats is given as 40 millimeters. And the midpoint of this 40 millimeters is at angle 15 degrees to the center line of the circles. And then looking at the center line of this circle and this arc that we have here, from the center line of these circles here, it is 70 millimeters. And then the center line here and the center line here, they are at a distance of 130 millimeters from each other. And then we also have that the center line of this circle from the center line here is 40 millimeters. That is distance between them. The radius of this arc is 15 millimeters. The radius of this arc is also 15 millimeters. For these two circles, we have their diameter to be 10 millimeters. So that is what we have here. And then for this arc that we have here, the radius is 30 millimeters. Also for this arc, the radius is 100 millimeters. So we are going to make use of these dimensions to replicate this figure as we see it here. Now let's start and see how we can get it done. So the first thing that we are going to do is to draw a horizontal center line. So horizontal center line, so we take it in this direction. Alright, so we have this. Then we are going to draw a vertical center line. Draw a vertical center line, and it goes this way. Alright, so then the next that I'm going to do is to draw a circle whose diameter is 60 millimeters. So we take 30 millimeters on the ruler. So here is 30 millimeters. So here we have 30 millimeters here. Okay. Then we go on and draw the circle of radius 30 millimeters, diameter 60. So here we have the circle. So here we have the circle. Then the next that I'm going to do, I will take a measurement of 35 millimeters. 35 millimeters. So I can't see where we have 35 on that. So I will use this. So I will take 35 here. This is 35 millimeters here. So here we have 35 millimeters. Then I will position the pinpoint of the compass here. Then I will draw this circle and make it not really visible. Okay, because we only need a little part of it. Okay, so having done this, the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm looking at the object as I have it before me. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I need to take some measurements. So I'm going to take a measurement. First of all, I'm going to take 70 millimeters to the left side as we see it in the diagram. So this is 70 millimeters. And from this point, I will take a measurement of 130. So this is 130 millimeters here. So we have this 130. So on each of these points, I'm going to draw a vertical line, a vertical center line. I will draw it down here through this point. Okay. Then coming to this point also, I will draw a vertical center line down here. Okay. Then on this line here, I'm going to take a measurement of 40 millimeters down. So this is 40 millimeters here. Then I'm going to draw a horizontal center line through this point. So we draw a horizontal center line through this point here. So we have this. Alright, so having done this, the next that I'm going to do is that I want to draw this this arc that we have here. I want to draw this and I want to draw this. So that is what I'm going to do. So the radius of each of them is 15 millimeters. So I'll take a measurement of 15 millimeters. So this is 15 millimeters here. So here we have 15 millimeters. Okay. So I put at this point and I will draw it as a semicircle. I will draw it as a semicircle. Okay. We have to take it easy. Okay, so I'll go this way. So draw it as a semicircle. Alright, so we have it here. So then, and then coming down here, so I will also draw it as a semicircle here. So this is it. Alright, so we have it this way. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I need to draw this arc. I want to draw this arc. So this arc, I want to draw this arc, and the radius of this arc that connect this circle or this arc and this arc together is 100 millimeters. And then I need to locate a point around here where I'm going to put this radius 100 millimeters to draw this arc. And to do that, I need to subtract the radius of this circle, of this arc, from this 100 millimeters. That is 35 minus, but that is 100 minus 35, which will give us 65. Then the radius of this arc also, I will subtract it from 100. That is 100 minus 15, which will give us 85. So let us do that. So first of all, take a measurement of 65 millimeters on the ruler, 65 millimeters on the ruler with the compass. So here we have 65 millimeters here. Okay, so here is 65 millimeters. Okay, so I will put it at the center here. Okay, I'll put at the center here. Then I will draw an arc around here. Then I will now take 85 millimeters. 85 millimeters. So this is 85 millimeters here. So here we have this as 85 millimeters. So I put it at this point here. After I've subtracted 15 from 100, so that gives me 85. So I will draw this arc here. So they intersect at this point. So let's call this point, I just want to call it point P. So let's call it point P. So it's not compulsory. So I just want to label it. Okay. I don't know what is wrong with this pen. So this is point P here. Okay, so I will now take 100 millimeters. So this is 100 millimeters. We take 100 millimeters. So here we have 100 millimeters here. Then I will put it at this point. So where the two arcs intersect. By the time I put it around here, it will touch this circle somewhere around here. So I need to, okay. So this is it. So then I just take it down like this, and it meets this arc here. So you can see it like this. So we have the arc that connect them together at this point. Alright, so we have done that. So we want to draw the second arc that connect them together. So let me show you that arc. So this particular arc that we have here that connect them together. So for us to draw this arc, the radius is 30. So what we are going to do is that we are going to add 35 to this 30, that's 65. Then we have 15 to this 30, that's 45. So that's what we are going to do addition in this case. Why in this case we do subtraction. So we take a measurement of 65 millimeters. So we already have this one, because when we drew this one, it is 65 millimeters that we used. After we have subtracted 35 from 100, that gives us 65. So this is the one that we have drawn with 65. If we have to repeat again, it will fall on this. So we don't have to repeat it. So what we just need to do now is to add 15 of this one, radius of this one, which is 15, we add it to 30, which is the radius of that arc, and that will give us 45. So just take a measurement of 45 millimeters. So this is 45 millimeters here. Okay, so here we have 45 millimeters. So we now put it at this center here. We put it at this center, and then so we draw this arc like this. So they do not intersect, so I need to extend this one. So what I will just do is to put the pinpoint on the compass here and extend it to this point, just to touch this arc here. Then I will just extend it. So that's what we need. So what we now need now is to take a measurement of 30 millimeters, which is the radius of that arc. We take 30 millimeters, the radius of that arc. So this is 30 millimeters here. Okay, so then we put the pinpoint here at this point. So I will call this point, I will call it point Q. That is point of intersection Q of the arcs. So then putting the pinpoint of the compass here, so to touch somewhere here around this arc here. So then you go this way. Okay, so you can see it. Okay, so this is very perfect by God's grace. So we have this. Okay, so that is it. So we have done that. So the next thing that we are going to do, let me bring the object for us to see. Okay, so we have this is a straight line, and this is also a straight line that is joined with this point. So what we just need to do now is to take the ruler and then we set it. So it's just a tangent that connect them together. So we are going to draw a line from here. So just to touch a little part of the arc. Then we also set this like this, just to touch a little part of the arc, and it goes this way. All right, so we have this. Okay, so that's how we have it. So now, so I'm just going to make this arc to be of the same thickness with the line and the arc. So I'll just do it like this. Alright, so we have it, we have them blend together, so of the same thickness. That's what we have here. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to draw the hexagon whose distance across flat is given, which is 40. So that's what I want to do now. Before I can do that, I have to get this angle, because the midpoint of this 40 is at angle 15 degree from this line. So what I will just do now is to take my protractor. So I take the protractor and set it like this. So the midpoint is at this point here, and the vertical line that goes through that 90 is on the vertical center line. So we set like this. So just set it very well. And then 15 degree, this is where we have 15 degree here. Okay, so what I'll just do now is to draw a line from that point through the center of the circle, and it goes this way. So we take it like this. It's a center line, so we draw it through the center of the circle. We have this now. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I will take my compass, and then the distance across flat given to us is 40. So I will take 20. So we take 20 millimeters. Okay, so we take this 20 millimeters like this. Okay, so this is, so we take it easy. So we have this to be 20. So this is 20 millimeters. So put at this center and draw a circle. So put it at this center and draw a circle. So I'm not going to make the circle visible, because that's not what we need. So it is hexagon that we need. So I have the circle like this. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to do is that I need to make use of my set square. So we set the set square along this line. So we set like this along this line. Okay, okay, so you set like this and support it with your ruler like this, and then you shift it to this point on the circle. So we are just going to draw a tangent. First of all, draw it faint. So I'll draw like this. So I use my red pen to draw a thin continuous line. Then I will shift it to this side like this. Okay, then I will draw. So make sure you can see a little part of the circle, and then you draw the line like this. So this line and this line, they are parallel to this center line. That is what we have done. So the next thing that we are going to do is this. So this is very important. So I need to bring this line a little bit down. So the next thing that we are going to do, you take the 60-degree side of your set square, 60-degree side of the set square, and you set it like this. Set like this. So support it with the ruler. So just make sure that it touches a part of the circle. So just set like this with 60-degree side of the set square. So it touches a part of the circle like this. Okay. Alright, so make sure you can see a little part of the circle. So I first of all draw, so with a line like this. Okay, so we have this. Alright, so this line is a tangent to the circle, so this is also a tangent to the circle. So what we are going to do now is to draw other parts, other side of the hexagon. So I'm going to put the pinpoint of my compass here, extend to this point here. I will extend to this point here, okay, where these lines meet. Okay, so I'm going to make an arc here. I'll make an arc here. Okay, so then I'm going to take this distance. So I think they are equal. So seeing them like this, they are equal. So I'll mark it here like this. Then I'll put the pinpoint of the compass at this point and make an arc here. And then I'll make an arc here. Alright, so we have that. So all I need to do now is to take my ruler, and then I will set like this. So seeing a little part of the circle, so I can join this together like this. Okay, then I will also do the same thing here like this from this point. So seeing a little part of the circle. Alright, so then I will draw like this. Okay, so then last one is this. I will set like this. So make sure I can see a little part of the circle with this point. So I'll just draw like this. Alright, so you can see that the hexagon has come out. So all I have to do now is to make this line a thick line. Okay, so that the hexagon can be more visible. So make this line a thick line, and then we make this line a thick line. So make this line a thick line. Then we also make this line a thick line. Then this line, we also make it a thick line. Alright, so we have completed that. So the next thing that we are going to do is to draw a circle here and a circle here, and each of them is of diameter 10. So the radius is 5. That's going to be somehow uneasy, but what I'm going to do is that I will create a square and I will use my hand to draw. So I create a square of length 10. So this is 10 and this is 10. Sorry, 5. So you take 5 down, 5 up, and then you come here. You also take 5 to the left side and 5 to the right side. So I will come here and do the same. So from this point, I will take 5 to the left side. So this is 5 to the left side and 5 to the right side here. Then I will set like this and take 5 up and I take 5 down. So now I'm going to draw a square. So form a square here. So I'll come up here and also draw a line. Then I will draw a line here. Then, so with the set square, I'm going to draw a vertical line that will connect them together like this. So here I will do the same. And then, so come here, so I'll do the same. And here I'll also do the same. Alright, so we have the square. So what I will just do now, so I'm trying to, so if in the absence of that, I wanted to make use of a French curve, so I'll just use my hand to form the circle. It may not be perfect, okay, but what is important is what you have already done, okay. Even if I do this in exam, so I can't be penalized. Okay, so then here we have this. Alright, so we have completed it as we are given. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. When you practice this, you become a master at it. Thank you. Keep on practicing, and God bless you. Thank you.